Alright. Good morning. It is 10 a.m. It is Artificer Ilari, streaming Dragon Age Inquisition with someone other than my Artificer, Ilari. Um, this is Chantal. I took like a friggin' hour to put her face together, and then I forgot to eat breakfast, which is why I'm a few minutes late. So, Tali is my, next Dwarf Inquisitor, and she is like, I looked at the general and I was like, she is absolutely the kind of person that would, where is it? That one. She is absolutely the kind of person that would have like an updo. And then I went, that's Scout Harding's hair. I don't want to have two lady dwarves with the exact same hairstyle on screen at the same time. So I'm going with the bun. But like, she's so extra. The updo would be perfect. It's so nice. And like all of her hair is actually out of her face, but again, if I'm looking at her and Scout Harding right next to each other, it's gonna drive me crazy. So we're going with the bun. Bun it is. Accept changes so I can name her. Where's the button? That button. Because we have a name. When I am typing, it is going to be Chantal. When I am talking, it is probably going to be Tali, because that's the thing. I went with, she's supposed to be, words are hard, guys. I went with Chantal because the French word chante, which is where, or chante, which is where the name came from in French, is to sing. And tali, or tal, means do in Hebrew. So if you think about that for like 2 seconds, it's singing do. Lyrium, anyone? Also, the reason that her eyes are like ridiculously blue, oh my god, what are you doing? Because I was going for regular blue eyes and also worked in with lyrium mine. So let's get Tali started, and I can talk more about her. This is super quiet. I have to turn this up. On my side. I'm gonna guess that it's mostly okay on your side. We'll see if anybody starts talking. I just remember having to adjust that down last time. Climb faster, Tali! That's some glitching. Oof. Sorry, I just punched my mic. And suddenly... And suddenly... Come on. There we go. And I went with the slightly British voice because I've the words. 2 of the last characters I had that were female had the slightly rougher voice, and it just doesn't sound right for Tali. It's not the accent I was going for, it's the tone. She's so cute, look at her.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now.
'Cause I'm cute. No.
Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead, except for you.
Tali's like, no! Okay, how have I done this before? I have done this in many ways before. How should Tali do this is a better question. Because here's my thing. First of all, I love the way her eyes look in this scene. This is exactly what I wanted. But one of the things that I have decided about Tali is that she is pragmatic. She's not like she is perfectly able to be diplomatic, but she's not like super emotional like Ilari was at all times. Ilari was just Ilari was a bleeding heart. Tali is not a bleeding heart. Tali's going, all right.
You think I'm responsible? Explain this. I can't.
I'm a dwarf. Why do you think I know what's going on?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there. You're lying!
Good morning, MHSG. That's interesting. I have a follower with all of those letters in their username. That's going to be very interesting if you are not MH and MH shows up. Unless you changed your username, which is a thing. Not a bleeding heart. Not dumb enough. I'm confused. I'm a dwarf and I have a magical glowy thing in my hand. I don't know what's going on here. Ah, just shortened it. Okay. I mean, I stuck an underscore in my name because everybody was going, I can't read your username. So that makes sense. Whatever works. I don't think she would admit to being confused in a very obviously hostile environment, so we'll go with that.
So what happens now?
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
No.
I remember running. Things were chasing me and then a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then... Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
Yep, that's exactly how you would pronounce it. Artificer Ilari.
What did happen?
I thought it was relatively simple to read,
Will
but
be easier to show you.
A bunch of other streamers kind of disagreed, which is fair, because it was just a jumble of letters as far as they could tell, so it was coming out a little funny. Oh, and I did it again, didn't I? I forgot to actually stick my second tweet in Discord. That's why I tweeted earlier.
It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave. An explosion can do that? This one did.
This is exactly what I wanted her to look like. This is perfect.
The breach may grow
She's adorable.
until it swallows the world.
It's also really weird looking at her because she's very, very different from the Inquisitor
Each time the breach expands,
that I'm playing off stream.
your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this.
Because I never
but there isn't much
finished
time.
my playthrough with poor Lunan. They're an elven assassin, and very dark skin, very, very different face, you know, black hair. And then I look at this, and Tali is opposite all of those. It's very different.
You say it may be the key.
Which is awesome.
Doing what? Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours. You still think I did this? To myself? Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong. And if I'm not responsible? Someone is. And you are our only suspect.
Currently.
You wish to prove your innocence?
I mean,
This
they
is the
never
only way.
figure out who actually did it, so I mean, you know.
So if I do what you want, will I live through it?
We have no way of knowing.
Tully's like, that's not reassuring, but thanks. I'm not sure why her eyebrows are
They
black. I
have
think I fucked
decided
something
your
up.
guilt.
But
They
either
need
way,
it.
I'm not gonna
People
be
of
upset
Haven
about one
mourn
little
our
tiny
most
thing.
Holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The conclave was hers.
She is not supposed
It
to
was
be
a
like
chance for peace between mages and
black
Templars.
eyebrows and blonde hair.
She
but
brought their leaders together.
Whatever.
Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed.
Oh, that's another thing that I hadn't considered. I've never done a an actual like
There
faithful
will be a
Inquisitor,
trial. I can promise no more.
and I don't know
It
if
is not far.
Where are you
Tali
taking me?
is the one that I want to do that with. I don't think I'm going to do that with Tali. I think
Your
I'm going to
mark
save
must
that for
be tested
Ruben.
on something smaller than the breach.
Wait. Is there anything? Not yet. Fair enough. Because they haven't told me to do the search thing
Open the
yet.
gate.
I just,
We are heading into the valley.
you know what I'm doing. Inquisitor number 9! You know... Planning some stuff to do for the house. I hope that goes well. Anything fancy? Anything fun? Like, I'm gonna paint an entire room gold. No. Nothing fancy. Okay. Fair enough.
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger
She's like,
the
yeah, I can
breach
tell.
grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Yeah, we will. Oh no, this is... Yes, it is. I was gonna say, this isn't the bridge that collapses under us. Yeah, it is. Shit. Guys, we're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble.
Stay behind me.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Stay behind you. We got rifts puking demons. Let's not. Let's go! Fuck you. There we go. I was gonna say, do I get guard yet? I do. I love it. I also really love shield bash. One of my faves. Get back here! Okay, or don't. Wall-mounted desks. That's, you know what? That could be really
Drop
cool.
your weapon. Now.
He's like, no.
If you're going to lead me through a demon-infested valley, you'll have to trust me.
Give me one reason to trust you.
You
Because
don't
my
have a
life is on the line.
choice. Oh. Oh, I don't think I've done that one
You're
before.
right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot
That's
expect
perfect
you to
for
be
her.
defenseless.
Yeah!
Your life is threatened enough as it is.
Damn right. I love how slightly otherworldly she looks. This is perfect.
Take
I'm
these
so
potions.
pleased with this.
Maker knows what we will face.
Where are all your soldiers?
Yeah, okay, I'm not worried about that.
At the forward camp or fighting. We are on our own for now.
Nothing over here. By a controller of what kind? Because that could mean, yeah, a lot of things. Xbox 360 or DualShock 3. I don't know how compatible those are with PC, so I am not totally... That would be... If they're both compatible, I prefer the DualShock ones. Just because they're more comfortable for my hands, but I know a lot of people that say that the Xbox controllers are more comfortable for them. I just have really small hands, so it ends up being a little different. So that is pretty much up to you. Yeah, no, okay, hers is better. That's not a surprise. Oh, I could save. I might as well. Let's make Chantal a save here. 360 is plug and play. DualShock is more tricky with drivers. Can't use the PS3 controller with Bluetooth because you don't have Bluetooth. Well, right, that makes sense. I think the DualShock 3 is still also, unless that was... I can't keep the numbers straight for the DualShock controllers, so if those are also wireless, I think they're also Bluetooth. I could be wrong. I will trust your research if you've done research on it, because I haven't. But I can say a lot of the a lot of options are going to be taken away from you if you need to have a wired controller. One of the things that might help would be see if, I don't know if there's like a game store near you guys. I would say GameStop, but that's probably pretty much an American company. If you have like a used game store or something like that, you might be able to go in and be like, hey, can I see these two controllers just to hold them and see how comfortable they are? Because that's, you know, like I said, your mileage will vary for which one is more comfortable for you. Must have a wired controller. Okay. The older DualShock controllers aren't too bad. But if it's like PS2 versus 360, I might still go with the Xbox controller at that point, because the part of the reason the newer one is more comfortable is because they rounded the pieces that are going to be sitting in your palm, and they're even more rounded on the 360 controller, so it's like they're fat, so it's not as comfortable for me, but it's a little bit nicer than your regular PS2 controller. Third-party controllers with USB, not Bluetooth. That makes sense. That's interesting. I admittedly have not looked at the options because, like I said, I'm just playing console. So my my controller that I have that I got from GameStop, that used game store I mentioned, is just that's what I got. That's what I went with. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm holding a new controller because the one that I got with the console that was used was not working correctly. Like, the analog sticks were drifting. So I bought a new one. I forget from where, but I was like, I don't want to deal with this if it's going to be a chance that the discounted used controller is going to do this, and then I have to pay more money to get yet another controller. I'm not dealing with that, so I just bought a new one. But yeah, if you're looking at like PS4 era controllers, definitely go with the DualShock. If you're looking at PS2 era DualShock, I would go with the 360 controller. They're much, much more ergonomically designed. I just mix up DualShock 2, DualShock 4, DualShock 3. I forget what all of them are, so I can't really... I can't brain that at the moment. God, these wraiths take a lot of damage this low level. Get back here. There we go. Fight me! Yeah. Okay. But there's still wraiths. Must level. Right. Forgot about targeting enemies. I do that every time. Fight me! Okay. Having a little too much fun. I love this game. And like I said, Tali's the voice that I chose for Chantal is... I went with the British one because of the tone, because the other one sounds just a little bit wrong. So the one with the approximately vaguely American accent, which is super nondescriptive, but anyway, the one with the vaguely American accent is like the tone isn't quite as good for this character, but she shouldn't be British, so I was like, my other character, Lunan, has this other voice, so I'll go with this one. Just because I'm playing two characters at the same time, one on stream, one off stream, and I'm gonna be like, wait, this is not the correct thing if I click the wrong file, for example. Poor Lunan. I feel like I'm never gonna finish with them.
Who's fighting? You'll see soon. We must help them.
Brit dwarf that loves drinking Yorkshire tea. I don't know, maybe. I don't really see Tali as much of a tea drinker, but then again, she probably would be, especially if we're going Dragon Age. There's no coffee. She's at least a tea drinker. If there is no coffee, she will drink tea. If there is coffee, she will drink coffee. And probably also tea. And you know what? Solus hates tea. Someone has to drink it. Yeah! We did it. Hi, Varric.
Quickly! Before more come through!
What did you do?
What are you standing on?
Nothing. The credit is yours.
She's not that tall. Like, Solus is as tall as the human males in Dragon Age, and I think they did that intentionally. He is taller than any elf. And he just held up her arm like at full extension for him. That's not a thing. What are you standing on, Tali? Like, I did out all of my Dragon Age characters' heights, and I think her height was 120 centimeters. Like, I did out a whole height chart for all this shit, and my dwarves are, I think, between 4 and 5 feet. Wait, hang on. Now I have to look. Height chart. Where's the thing? There's the thing. Yes. Yes, my dwarves are between 4 and 5 feet, and she's just under 4 feet. So. And then Lavi is like right in the middle of that range, but anyway. Yeah. She's tiny. That shouldn't have worked. The credit is yours. So she's like,
You mean this?
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Oh, honey, please wash your hands.
Meaning it could
Goodness.
also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever.
I mean, ass deep for these two is very
Rogue,
different than
storyteller,
for
and occasionally
Cassandra and Solus. Just saying. Oh my god. I gotta.
Are you with the Chantry, or...
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering...
Dwarves! Yes. Basically, I've played, almost all elves. I love elves. It's a thing. I like the aesthetic, I like the ears, it's a thing. I just like elves. But, I've played one human, and one Kunari, and one dwarf, and this is now 2 dwarves. So, and 5 elves. Anyway.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
That's not the tone that I was expecting.
Isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You
Wow.
named your crossbow Bianca.
Get you a
Of
man
course.
who looks at you
She'll be great
the way
company
Varric
in
looks at
the valley.
Bianca.
Absolutely not.
The crossbow, I mean.
Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
That's helpful.
You seem to know a great
And it's your
deal
fault.
about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade. Far
Argor.
beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed...
Are you asking how
we
to
are all
spell
doomed
Cassandra's
regardless of
disgusted
origin.
noises? Because I think usually it would be like UGH. There's not really an unacceptable way to, yeah. That's how I would do it, because that's the spelling that I look at and go, ugh, which is approximately what she did. So anyway, we are all doomed.
And what will you do once this is over?
One hopes those in power will remember who helped, and who did not. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your
It's
prisoner
interesting.
is
I
not
never noticed quite how
Indeed,
similar
it's
his
difficult to
weird
imagine any mage having such
vest
power.
tunic
Understood.
thing is
We
to
must get
the
to the
mercenary
forward
coat that you're
camp
wearing when the game begins.
Well,
It's very, very similar. His is
Bianca's
just like
exciting.
fuzzy inside the collar, and you're wearing a scarf, so I can't tell if yours is. Meaning you're Inquisitors. Fuck Solus. I mean, been there, done
This
that. I
way,
mean, no.
down the bank.
Sorry.
The road ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly.
I couldn't resist. It was there. I had to make the joke. But yeah, honestly, I love Solus, but also I just want to punch him. Like, I love what they did with his character, but also, you asshole, you broke it, now you fix it. Which, I mean, technically that's what he thinks he's doing, is fixing everything, because he created the Veil and all that shit, but, you know. Sorry, not sorry, spoilers. To control other party members, I have no reason to do that, but okay. A figurine that I can sell later. Hooray. More iron.
Demons ahead.
Yes, thank you, Captain Obvious. I'm glad we brought Varric. Yeah, I know. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, can we move on? I know approximately where the demons are. There's more on the hill. That's it. We're good. Let's go. Fuck you. Well, fine. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one. There we go. Now I can't target it for some reason. There we go. Yeah, so back to the stupid joke. I romanced Solus with my first female character because I played Ilari first, and then I went back and I played a female elf that I decided would be his twin, because I was like, I'm not going to play this game 1,000 times. I was wrong. But I was like, I'm going to make him a twin sister, so it's not going to feel quite as weird. And then she romanced Solus, and there were a bunch of, like, almost all of the lines were the same. The only extra things that you get when you romance Solus are the romance-specific cutscenes. Like, he talks to an Inquisitor with whom he is close, the same way as he talks to his girlfriend, pretty much. Like, the only difference is one of them is, you know, what is this? I haven't seen this before. Exploring! The only difference is, you know, he'll call you Venan, which is, heart, or Mavenan, which is my heart. That's the only difference between the way he talks to a friend and his girlfriend, which I thought was kind of sweet, actually. Like, he values your Inquisitor if they are close. And then, you know, from there, it's also... I feel like that's a really good, you know, character development point, if you will. I got a life ward amulet! Hell yeah! Worth it! I don't get accessories this early. Fantastic. Now Tali doesn't die. At least once. Yeah, that's significantly better than what I'm using. We'll go with more damage and also Sunder. And better speed. She's got a better sword. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a ton of stuff to buy, but no money. Not yet. We'll get there. Maybe I should have given the Life Ward Amulet to, Solus or Varric. It's fine. We'll see how this goes. You can always resurrect the mage and the rogue. You can't always not die when you have two warriors go down.
Part of the Carta.
What makes you say that?
Trespasser time. What do you mean?
From 20 paces. Also, you have that shifty smuggler look to you.
I am not a smuggler.
I'm not the only one with a shifty smuggler look.
Varric did not destroy the Conclave.
Fight me, Cassandra.
That you know of. We shifty smuggler types can be tricky.
After 2 to 3 months. Yeah, accurate. I mean, I don't know for sure that this is gonna necessarily take that long, because first of all, I'm playing on hard mode, not nightmare mode this time. And second of all, I'm playing a warrior, and warriors are a lot easier to not die with, because you can just have guard forever, and then you take very little damage. Or you absorb all of the damage. It's so much easier. It's just like, it takes out some of the challenge, so I don't find it as fun all the time. God damn it. Where's the... There was something that was glowing. Is it? No. It's... Oh my god, it's literally in the fire. Okay, cool. That's fine. This fire doesn't damage you, so that's fine. I love the detail of the, like, smoldering planks in the house. They don't do that in the other ones. It's just the house is gonna fall. Gonna replay Inquisition? Hell yeah! Join us. I mean...
That didn't sound good.
She's like, I'm fine. I'm fine.
So, are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Are you sure? Because I feel like... Also, can we talk about the fact that Varric's like, yeah, I would have made something up. Can we talk about all of Dragon Age 2? Because he was telling that story to Cassandra. He was biding his time. How much of that actually happened? That's what I want to know. Yeah, okay. There's nothing to find. I am frustrated. Alright, fight me, Wraith. Rah! No. There we go. Like I am targeting the wrong critter. No. Dragon Age 2 was Dragon Age 2. Inquisition is 3. 2 didn't have a title. 2 was Hawk. And all of his bros. Origins was the first one. Dragon Age 2 was Dragon Age 2. There was no subtitle. And Inquisition is the third one. Oh, you value them the same. That's fair. That's fair. I really enjoy both of them. For different reasons. I agree. They are both really well done. Like, the gameplay in 2 is really lacking. But they did a lot with the characters that was really excellent, that I really enjoyed. And Inquisition, they had time to do the gameplay part, and they made it nice. And they still did the character thing. So, I'm pleased. Gameplay 2, that is fair. Actually, the mages were a pretty well... So if you're comparing it to Origins, 2 was like a huge step up in gameplay because of the way everything kind of worked with your character. But a lot of the... Like, there was no variety with enemies. They were all the same enemies coming from all the same places. And it wasn't like... This is clearly tied to the plot. And also there were like 5 maps. I feel like they didn't have much time to really build the world. So they were like, everything looks the same. It's fine. And I mean, it worked for what they were doing, because it was such a character-driven game, it didn't really matter. But... No, don't you say that, I love Origins. The gameplay was really rough, don't get me wrong. But I love what they did with all of the backstory, because Origins was, let me introduce you to this entire new world. And I love it. Gameplay is horrible. Remaster when? I mean, I'm not picky.
Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Technically, I'm in the process of replaying Origins also, but it's also that I'm just not very good at playing multiple games at the same time, so mostly like I started it would be a better way to put that. Supply cache! I don't need that, but thanks. Oh, no. Well, then you have no idea how they did all of the backstory stuff. I mean, I will give you that it's not worth playing a game if you're not having fun with it. I'm certainly not saying that you should have kept going if you weren't enjoying yourself, but man. Oh, this is so wrong. I can't give Solus fire damage. That's just wrong. God. We're gonna, but would have had more fun if it was a platformer. That's no. No, man. No. Anyway, which, I mean, that may have been your point, but
Here they come.
fuck platforming.
You made it.
Not my favorite.
Chancellor Roderick, this is...
Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, if it's something really simple and, like, 2D, like, the Mario games, those are designed to be a platformer. Those make sense.
You are a glorified clerk, a
But,
bureaucrat.
like,
You are a thug, but a thug
3D
supposed to
platforming
be
is not my
served
favorite
up.
thing.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Drives me crazy.
Justinia is dead.
Mostly because I
Make her
suck
invasive
at it,
and obey
honestly,
her
but...
orders on the matter.
Ha! So no one's in charge here. Assassin's Creed Chronicles. I have not played that one yet. I have it, but I haven't played it. Mostly because that one's PSP, right? I have a busted PSP.
So none of you are actually in charge here.
You killed everyone who was in charge.
China's good. I've heard that,
Call
actually.
a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is
With,
hopeless.
We
oh
can
god,
stop
what's her
this
name?
before it's too
Xiao
late.
Jun? Is that her name?
How? You won't survive long enough to reach
India
the
is
temple,
eh.
even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's
Given
the
I
quickest
haven't
route.
read anything
not
about
the
the
safest.
India or Russia
Our
ones,
forces can charge as a distraction
I
while we go
assume
through the
that's
mountains.
why. Is that people agree
We
with
lost
you.
contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
Oh god. My hand.
How do you
We're
think
glowing.
we should proceed?
She's like, excuse?
Now you're asking me what I think.
20th
have the
century with
mark?
Assassin's Creed.
And you are the
Oh.
one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own,
Yeah, I don't know. So I think what I did the last time was the mountain path, which honestly is more fun. And I'm not sure, let's see. Ilari went mountain path because he was like, if we charge in there, we're gonna all die. So I was like, he's gonna take the sneaky route. He's a rogue, it makes sense. Tali's a warrior. But I don't figure that she would necessarily assume that we go in, you know, guns blazing, if you will, because like she's very confrontational if she has anywhere to stand. She doesn't. So she's also going to take the mountain path, I think. Fast but indirect, soldiers will act as a distraction elsewhere. The problem will be addressed sooner, but there may be casualties. Versus careful sustained assault, soldiers will stand with you to assure arrival. Scouts in the pass may be lost. Yeah, she's going to be like, let's not die.
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Varric liked it.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the
Cassandra's
valley.
so pissed off
Everyone.
all the time. Everything so far has been Cassandra disapproves.
Seeker.
Dwarves are better at smithing because a chest plate is like a full armor set for them. They make more for less. Interesting. Interesting. I think it was originally the idea, because basically everything high fantasy nowadays is based on the Lord of the Rings, pretty much. So Tolkien originally went that way because was it Aule? I forget, but one of his Ainur created created the race of dwarves kind of before he was supposed to, because the actual like big god was like, I'm gonna create people. Wait, what do you mean you already? No, put those back. Put those back. And then he got all upset and he was like, okay, I guess you don't have to kill them, but
What manner of tunnel is this?
do me a favor and like put them to sleep for now. They can't be before the elves. It's not allowed.
Along with whatever has detained them.
And then, long story short, that was their god of smithing. And also, they literally lived in a mountain. So, they were, you know, let's do the smithing thing from where you live in the mountain and, you know, god of smithing. All that shit. Because I just realized that I didn't do the thingamathing. What do I usually do? Ooh. I don't really need stamina bonus. Same backstory in Dragon Age. I don't really think they've gone into who, like, what exactly happened with the dwarves. The elves, you're right. That was the elves came first, yada yada blah blah, but I don't think they've really gone into that very much with the dwarves. Mountain, yeah, no, that's like I said, that's because basically everything that we have for high fantasy has come straight from the Lord of the Rings. That's it. If it's Dungeons and Dragons, it's Lord of the Rings Light. If it's Dragon Age, it's based on Dungeons and Dragons, which is based on the Lord of the Rings. Yep. Yeah, and Orzammar is underground, which you would know if you played Origins. I'm teasing, I promise. Because you visit Orzammar in Origins. I don't want that yet. I want to do movement stuff. Ooh, guard bonus. I'll get there later. We'll do that. But yeah, that's also why, if you ever re-download Origins, you'll cheat. I mean, whatever works, man. If you, like I said, I am of the opinion that if you don't like the game, you shouldn't necessarily play it, but you can always, like, watch a Let's Play or something. But the problem with the Let's Plays is that people don't always pay attention to, like, the things you can find, the things you can pick up, and that's where a lot of the story is in Origins. So it gets weird. 3 times movement speed mod, need it. Yeah, that would definitely make things move a little faster. Haha. Fight me! Ouch. Thanks, Solus. No. There we go. I was gonna say, I was literally going for the shade, but thanks. Fight me. Haha. No, I didn't double taunt because you can't. However, that is part of the reason I developed the habit of just mashing buttons, which was the problem with Unity. Because you can only use any given ability one time in Dragon Age. Until it, like, resets or reloads. No, the thing that I do 100,000 times in Dragon Age is I hit the search button all the time. Because you develop that habit. Triple smoke. No. Move. There we go. Light the torch. Loot the chest. Because this early on you actually need to loot the things. Let's move on. I want to know who tried to make a room down here, or up here, in here, wherever. We're in a mine. But it doesn't look like a mine. It looks like a keep. Which, I mean, if Liliana's people are using this path through the mountains, I guess that makes sense, but, like... Dude. Do I have anything? Griffin Shield. Better. Hell yeah. I got a dagger. I don't get coal till late. No, MH. They were not. That is not a thing. Not so much. Comfortable, but not rich. Ugh. Ouch. Ugh. I love that friggin' shield bash. Fight me! Oh, look, a thing. While I'm standing here. No, not currently. And no, unfortunately, here that is not the case. If you're making minimum wage, you can't afford to rent. You can't afford good luck. You're screwed. It was designed so that you could have something like that, but you can't. Minimum wage in this country is not feasible. You can't survive on minimum wage.
Yes, we found the soldiers.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
That's the task for the other
I feel like you have a better... I feel like you seem to think that minimum wage here is higher than it is. Part of the problem is rent where I live is half of that number, at least. And then there's food, and then there's utilities, and then there's, you know, whatever else that you need. You need a car where I live. There's no public transportation.
Lady Cassandra! Lieutenant, you're alive.
So, you know. And like I said, I don't know exactly where you're getting the number of $2 grand, but making higher than minimum wage and working 40 hours a week when I was working retail, I wasn't making quite that much. Like, that's a very high number.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at
How come it's that pricey? Because the fucking economy's broken. I don't...
Thank the maker you finally
The
arrived,
problem
Lady
is
Cassandra.
people
I don't think we could
don't...
have held out much longer.
Anyone that's going to be
Thank our
renting
prisoner,
doesn't
Lieutenant.
care
He
about
insisted we
the...
come this way.
renting out, I should say, a landlord. They don't care about tenants. They care about getting money. And if that's the rent in the area, they're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go for that. They're not going to be like, if I lower my rent, I could have a happier tenant. They don't give a shit about that.
It was worth saving you, if we could.
Then you have my sincere gratitude.
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once. Quickly, let's move!
Yay!
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Yay!
Before that changes.
Let's go. Once I loot stuff.
Down the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
Yes, yes. Get there in a minute. I just got a fire resistance cowl. I should put that on Solus. Or Cassandra or Varric. I don't know. I just usually go with Solus for some reason. Selfishness! Yes, you've just described the entire American economy. That's it, in a nutshell. Archer! I get Sarah after I go to Valroyo. 17, though. Cassandra doesn't have a helmet yet. We'll stick that on... Oh, wait. Level 6. That's why. That's why. Ugh, dumbass. I forget about fucking level restrictions every time I play this game, because I'm like, it's fine, I'm a level 20. No, I'm not. Especially since in my my other concurrent game, it's I'm at level cap. Lunan is level 27.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
There are always easier ways to make things explode for an artificer like Varric. Okay. Read the Witcher books. I'm reading them in English. Fun but hard. I feel like you have the opposite going on there. Sadism is for other people. If it's yourself, it's masochism. And also, I understand, because that's going to be me once I start trying to read things in French. I'm not there yet. I'm not that good.
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Didn't want to check the dictionary. Could I spell it? Masochism? M-A-S-O-C-H-I-S-M. Or if you want masochist, it's spelled with a T. But that's not what you wrote the first time, so. Scout hat. Can anybody use that? Can, for example, Cassandra use that? Or better yet, can Chantal use... Wait, no, that's 8. We'll leave 8. Yeah! You don't need 3 dicks. Yep, you got it. That's the spelling. Oh, I should save again. Just in case. We are out of the mountains. Let's go! Enter the temple. This is going to be very different than the last 2 times I've done this, because one of them was on Nightmare Mode and it sucked. And neither of them were with a warrior. As a matter of fact, I think the last 2 times they were both were rogues, because it was Lunan and Ilari. Not in that order. Ilari, the second time when I streamed him. And before that it was Lunan. Inappropriate but fun questions. Be careful asking inappropriate questions on Twitch. Like, I don't mind, but also...
This is your chance to end this.
It,
Are you
like...
ready?
It gets weird. I'm on a mature channel, but also terms of service exist. Don't go super overboard. What would I do if I had two... oh, no. 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 No, I am not... So, when I read that first, I thought you were talking about PlayStations. We're not gonna have that conversation. No. No, because I read PS. I'm like, yeah, PlayStation. No. No, that's not what that says. No.
I'm not sure how to even start getting up to that thing.
Also,
No.
I'm a dwarf. I
This
can't
rift
get up
is
that high.
closed, and it is the
I am
key.
small.
Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
Gee, who is that? I
What
wonder.
are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
I mean, strictly speaking, he's not lying.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Tally's like, I've seen the blue
The
stuff.
sacrifice still.
Also, what's this green glowy shit? What's going on here?
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
This is so fucked. Wee. Mission failed. Get him next time. Are you talking about asking inappropriate questions? Because you absolutely will not. Too bad.
Someone help me!
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
Dun dun dun.
What's going on here?
Run while you can! Warn them!
We have an intruder.
I love this voice actress.
Slay the dwarf.
No! But also, there's some lines where I'm like, that tone
there.
didn't make sense.
Who attacked?
What's
And the
going on
divine
here?
is
Like,
Was
if you're
this
barging
really
in
true?
on something that
What
looks
are
like
we
that, I feel
creating?
like it should be like,
don't remember.
excuse me, what's going on here? Not like,
Echoes of what happened here.
gentle
The
confusion.
fade bleeds into
Can the divine do magic?
This rift
Not
is not
likely,
sealed, but it is
because
closed.
that would mean that she would
Only
have to be
temporarily.
a
I
mage.
believe that with
Think
the
about
mark,
how
the
mages are
rift
treated
will
in
be
Dragon
opened
Age.
and then sealed properly and safely.
Not
However,
friggin' likely.
opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
So the divine would just have to be a faithful person in the chantry, basically, and a woman, because that's a thing in Thedas outside of Tevinter. That's the idea. She doesn't. That was the problem. That's why Cassandra and Leliana were pretty much her bodyguards. They were the left and right hands of the divine. Cassandra was her bodyguard, and Leliana was her spy. That was it. That's the thing about the divine. She's not like she's literally the
We
Pope.
must strip its defenses! Wear it down!
Okay. Right. I always forget this. I know that I have to come over here and disrupt the rift, and I always forget because I'm like, I'm gonna just beat on that demon. It's fine.
Demon is
No,
vulnerable! Now!
not how this fight works. Okay, we are doing some damage. I'm like, the guard isn't back up yet, so why is it not losing health? But it is. It's just taking its time. Hey, Cassandra, you should use a potion.
More coming through the rift.
Fuck. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ouch. Fine. Can't very well close the rift if I'm taking damage. Disrupt rift. Boom. Alright. Let's go. Fight me! Cassandra, for the love of all that is good, take a fucking potion. Come on. There we go. Take a potion! Oh, I hate how long it takes the taunt skill to reset. Guard for days! Oh man. Speaking of guard for days, it also has guard for days. Blah. There we go. Almost done! Let's go! Guard for days. This is why I've survived. Because those electric whips suck. Hell yeah. Fight me.
Now, seal the rift.
Yay! I did it. Eh. Can I? There we go. That was interesting. Weird little freeze frame there. Solus is like, I love that shot of Solus's face because he goes from, yeah, that's exactly what we, please work, please work, please work, please work. Like he's worried because he doesn't know what he did. All this shit is theoretical for him. And then you wake up in the beige pajamas, which also don't look super awful on her, really. Oh my gosh, she's a dwarf. Please give her some body fat. She should not be shaped like an elf.
Oh. I didn't know you were awake. I swear.
Okay, I'm hoping that was just a really weird angle.
Don't worry about it. I
beg your
She's like, no, please don't,
and your
please don't
blessing. I am
kowtow.
humble servant. You
Don't
are
do
but
that.
my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand.
Do not prostrate yourself.
It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Ah. Alright. Glitches. That shouldn't have done that. That's fine.
Then the danger is over.
For
The
now.
breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
It's
In
okay.
the Chantry with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
It's okay. Tully's like, you don't have to be afraid of me, I promise. I'm on your side. A loot. Patient observations. Day 1. Vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. Day 1. Clammy. Shallow breathing. Pulse over fast. Not responsive. Pupils dilated. Mage says her scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here just in case. I'm sure Tali would scoff at that. She's like, who needs a Templar? I'm a dwarf.
That's her. That's the Herald of Andraste.
She's like, the Herald of excuse me? Andraste's Mabari! It's a song.
That's her. She's not
Gonna loot some shit.
getting any bigger.
Before we go to the Chantry. Because I always forget to do this later. Patient observations. Day 3. Less thrashing. Some response to stimulus. Vital seems solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the Chantry to kill my patient. All this work to save her life, and will they just execute her? Will inform Lady Cassandra I expect her to wake before the morn. I mean, apparently good call. There was more.
Still a lot of rifts left all over. Little cracks in the sky.
She can seal those though. The Herald of Andraste.
I can't go in there yet. The Singing Maiden. This is a Ferelden thing, judging by some of these names. Unless it's, wherever the hell, there's a location that they talk about that I always want to pronounce Dartmouth because it's spelled like I should be pronouncing it in Welsh. And that's the best I got for Welsh pronunciation of D-A-I-R-S-M-U-D-D? Question mark? Anyway. I have an idea of a couple of rules in Welsh, and that's about it. I can't brain what they do with the letters. I don't know any of the rules. Or, well, I don't know most of the rules, I should say. Loot all the things!
Not taking orders right now. Got a problem with it? Bring it up with Cassandra.
That's fair. I've never talked to her before trying to go talk to Cassandra. / walk into the Chantry. Can I go over here and loot stuff? Because I know there's at least elf root over here. Yes, there's stuff! This was the side with stuff. The other side has just elf root, I think. Get all the things. And then I should be able to go down to the other side and do the same thing. That would be awesome. Let's see if I can do that. Because if I'm not up on the path, it should let me do things over here. Can I go over here and go in the doors? I can loot all the things. Oh my god, this is great. I love having enough of an idea of where everything is around here that I can just, like, sneak past all of the, like, cutscene triggers. And be like, no, I want all the stuff first. Was this the Randy Dowager? Yeah, Randy Dowager Quarterly! Oh my god. A well-worn quarterly missive of suspect virtue. Someone's reading dirty magazines. The Randy Dowager, exhibitions for the noble of thought, but spry of step. So, yeah. Playboy, Dragon Age style. There we go. Patient observations day 2 was the one we were missing. Pulse normal, breathing normal, still unresponsive. Careful drop feed of prep elfroot extract to hasten her recovery. A lot of thrashing. Mutters about too many eyes. Something about the gray. Encouraging? That kind of concerns me a bit, because the gray. They never explain that. And I mean, I don't know if that's just supposed to be something that you dismiss because it doesn't make sense, or if you're supposed to be like the Grey. Like Grey Wardens? What's going on? So, I wanna know. But also it's probably one of those things that I'm doing just because it's not important, and I get distracted by unimportant things sometimes. Ooh, Adon even is being like, go talk to the fucking Seeker. Mister, I'm no healer. I'm an alchemist. Go talk to someone that's a healer. Elf root. Okay. Now I can just go into the chantry. I have looted all the things that I can loot out here.
Nothing to do with us. That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Read the things. The Fade! Tally's probably like, I'm a dwarf. Dreams? What's that?
Have you gone completely mad?
No, just a little bit.
To Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes demand.
Fuck you, Chancellor. Thanks, Cassandra. I love that they're shouting loud enough to be heard in the Undercroft. The Chantry Hierarchy. I can't pick locks because I'm a warrior. I can apparently get Sarah to let me in down here later, but... And the way they put that together is basically like, you mention it to her and she goes, "'Kay, done." So like the first time I did that and I had to ask Sarah to let me in, I was like, Did she pick these locks before? Is that why? Is that like the Maker? No. We're not reading that. In the beginning. Turn in research.
That will help.
Thanks. Children of Andraste. Did they mean literally? Like her actual literal semi-historical children? We're gonna save. Because we got through the Frostbacks and into Haven. And now we gotta talk to some angry
I want her prepared for travel
priests.
to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
Belay that order.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
Cassandra's so practical. Which is awesome. Like, one of these days, there's certain dialogue choices that I'm pretty sure I have just never made. Like, you want my help again. Like, of course they do. You're the one with the mark on your hand that can actually do something about the hole in the sky. It's a thing.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a care.
You're
Chancellor.
a dick.
The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who
Can't
yet
game as
live.
much because of your eyes. That
Am a
sucks!
suspect,
You, and many others.
Still having
but not
issues
the
with the
prisoner.
eye drops.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
Not the eye drops. Yeah, well. I mean, at least it's not the eye drops making them, like, super irritated, because that's a lot more difficult to deal with. But if it's just, you know, because of the what did you say it was, blepharitis? That'll, you know, hopefully, now that you actually know what it is, that will be manageable in time. You know, you're totally not blind. You're okay. Glasses are a thing, trust me. Are you sure? I don't know if I want to make her... No, I don't think I can make her a faithful Inquisitor. I can't. Are you sure?
You really think your Maker would send someone like me?
There you go.
The Maker does
That
as
works.
he wills. It is not for me to say.
Even if that means a dwarf is his chosen?
Humans are not the only people with an interest in the fate of the world.
Oh, I like that
The breach
conversation.
remains, and your mark is still a
I haven't
only
heard
hope of
that one
closing
before.
it.
That's kind of cool.
This is not for you to decide.
Slam!
What this is, Chancellor.
Yes,
A
I know
reach
what that
from the
is.
divine,
That's the book that
granting
you
us the
slammed
authority
into
to fight.
Varric's nose.
As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach. We will find those responsible.
Unfortunately,
and we
MH, the
will
whole thing
restore
about
order, with or
medical
without your
conditions is
approval.
that it doesn't, like, they don't happen to people that quote-unquote deserve them. They just happen to random people, and it
Is
sucks.
the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the
Life.
chaos.
Accurate.
We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers, and now no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the
She's like,
Chantry.
would this have killed me?
People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down
Restore
their banner and formed
order.
the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need
Templars.
those who can do what must
This
be
is
done,
uncomfortable.
united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take
I
time
love
to
Cassandra
find a new divine,
so much.
and then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
Fair. Ah! I go to pick up my coffee and almost drop my controller.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war.
That's
You
not a
are
helpful
already
answer.
Involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy,
Gonna make a test tomorrow.
That
Sleep well.
depends
Game
on
for
what
4
we
or 5
decide.
hours. Oh my goodness. If your eyes get irritated again, you're gonna sell your PC. Specifically because you bought a gaming PC, or like you can, you know, give yourself time to actually get used to this condition and get better, you know. It might be like, I know the condition itself is a longer term thing, but it might be something that will get a little bit more manageable over time. Also, 4 to 5 hours is a long time. Excuse me, particularly for sitting in front of a computer. Like when I stream, I'm streaming from my TV and I look down at my MacBook when something pops up on screen saying that I got a comment in chat. You know, that's not that bad on my eyes. That's part of the reason I'm not really interested in a gaming PC, because if I have a gaming PC, I'm going to be way closer, and that's going to mess with my eyes. Gaming PC. Yeah, but like I said, if it's, you know, if it's something that you might be able to manage over time, like, it might be worth it to wait a little while and see how it goes.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that
I mean,
some
obviously,
believe you chosen,
that's
many still think you guilty.
up to you,
The
ultimately,
Inquisition can
but
only protect you if you are with us.
We can also
TVs
help you.
or just
It
a
will not
large
be
enough
easy
monitor
if
that you
stay.
don't have to be like
But
right
you
up in
cannot
front of the
pretend
screen.
this has not changed
If you're across the room from the screen, you're not going to be straining your eyes consistently with actual computerized light going into your eyeballs, because that's going to cause eye strain no matter what. The TVs tend to be like, even if it's just a larger monitor that you can sit further away from, if you can sit far enough away from the monitor that you're not, you know, causing excess eye strain, you know. TV and joysticks, not even necessarily. Like, you can, like I said, if you have a place to set up a larger monitor, you can still use your gaming PC. However that gets used, it just might mean that your like your controllers or your keyboard might have to be either wireless or extended wires or something.
When I woke up, I certainly didn't picture this outcome.
Neither did we.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
The shortest handshake. I hate that the pages are like glitching through each other in that shot. I want to make a journal that looks like that. It's so nice. Yeah, unfortunately that's kind of all you can do. You can just, you know, see how things go. I hope things get better for you, because that like, this has been a long time and it's rough. I hope it gets better. Yes, 29 followers. Someone followed me like right at the end of my last stream and I didn't get the chance to thank them. And I don't have their username up on my screen right now. It was like, I think it was like, it's over 9,000 or something. Yes, it's over 9,000 is now following you on Twitch. I am going to assume that that was mostly due to the Kingdom Hearts streams, which is fair. That is the thing. But for this particular thing, it's like I'm gonna have a lot of weird back and forth kind of follows, I think, because, you know, like I said, if Kappa goes through in its current form and I start getting flagged for trying to stream Kingdom Hearts, I'm gonna just stop streaming Kingdom Hearts. Like, this channel is not for children. Dragon Age Inquisition. Hooray! Okay, now I have... Oh gosh, I have the weird, like, half leather, half metal armor. Ugh. Okay, so one of the nice things is one of your first missions is to go make armor. So I'm gonna do that as soon as I look at my character record here. Right, I leveled. Cool. I got my movement stuff. Does more damage to taunted targets. That's cool. Returning damage. Yeah. That's part of the reason warriors are so fucking OP. Where is resolve? Better stamina. I don't need that this early. Damage reduction. We'll go damage reduction, which I also really don't need, but that's fine. Can I do anybody else's? Has everybody else leveled? Everybody else is leveled. Fantastic. So Tali... I'm going to be focusing on weapon and shield for Tali. So maybe Cassandra should focus on Vanguard Battlemaster. I usually do Battlemaster for Bull, so maybe Cassandra should do Vanguard. We'll do those for now. I keep just closing that. That's not what I want. Spirit and Winter. He's my healer, so we're going to make sure that he has Peaceful Aura and Guardian Spirit so that we can go to Mind Blast and Dispel and Revive next. Excuse me, Revival. And we focus on this for Varric. Cool, hooray. Now, how much iron do I have? Because if I can craft some better armor here, I'm gonna fucking do that. Because, like, it's a start, but it's not a good one. Varric. What do we got? Significant improvement with numbers. I'm so sorry, my dude. You lose your lovely coat and vest. Or, well, that's not a vest, is it? That's his weird open shirt thing. Which he technically still has, but he's losing his coat. Sorry, man. I want you to not die more than I want you to look good. And Solus. Nothing. Elven Cowl. Range defense. Yeah, he can have that one. Because it's range defense. Okay, good for now. Now I have to run around in Haven, talk to some folk, or go back to Haven's Chantry. I'm going to look at my journal here. The threat remains. Report to Haven's Chantry, because that's what sends me to stuff. Haven's best and brightest. We can at least talk to these people.
Do you think the mages will be able to seal the...
I hate Thren. I have so much rage.
If you've got lyrium to sell, Commander Cullen is handling all purchases. Oh, you're her. Thren.
She's so fucking racist. She assumes you're a slave if you're an elf, or at least a servant. She assumes you're a lyrium worker if you're a dwarf. I hate her so much. I mean, that would be fair with Tali, because part of the thing, I didn't actually talk about her backstory because I was focused on getting to this point in the game. I made her with the, like, incredibly blue, slightly glowy eyes intentionally so that she looks a little bit, like, just a little bit uncanny. Because the way I designed her character, because I've been writing all of my Inquisitors' backstories that will not be available in the game. What I did for her is I decided that she was from a mining caste family who
With that attitude,
ended up...
how you made enemies in Denerim.
People just don't want to hear the truth. I was at Ostagar, and I know what really happened.
She came to the surface basically because she was like, lyrium, this is starting to do some things, and I don't want to deal with that shit. You know, being a dwarf, I am resistant to lyrium. I am okay. I would like to not be stuck in a mine for the rest of my life. Fuck this. So she, like, it wasn't specifically a noble family that she came from, but it was like a mining caste, a well-to-do mining caste family. So, like, she would have been in a relatively good position, in relatively high standing, you know, like, she could fake being a noble if she had to.
Here, take a look. You find some iron.
I'm just getting
take it
through
over there.
Thren's
One of my boys will
nonsense
take
here. I'm not even listening. Inquisition weapons.
Thanks for checking anyway.
What do you even need? A logging stand. Right, that's
You
out.
find anything we need?
That away. Bounce. We're gonna skip the talking to folks for now. At least the party members, because I don't have all my party members yet. So we're gonna talk to the plot stuff. We're gonna do Inquisition's best and brightest here. Sorry, Solus, I'll talk to you later, I promise. Yes, I know what an apothecary is, thank you.
If you're not you.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent.
The Grey.
Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making us wear, though. So, you're welcome.
Oh, thanks.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world.
That's
Name's Adan.
that's a steep order.
The band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
For a healer, you don't seem particularly nurturing.
I'm not a healer.
I'm an alchemist who's forced to play Mother Hen. You want something to burst into
This
flame
poor
and
guy.
contact with the air? Done. Gladly. Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of my time and talents. But there are a few around who can help.
I got you.
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far
Besides
as
fixing the world.
More important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy
Oh
dealing
no!
How do I go about
Get this nonsense out of the way. I already know how to order potions because, you know, that's a thing.
better, I can make that too.
Cool. Alright. I know how to use this. I can't really do anything yet, because Dawn Lotus and a fuck ton of elf root. But we can at least get those out of the way. There we go. Cool. Yes, another time, for certain. And then we go talk to the smith down there. Oh, wait. Stuff. I ran right by this, and it didn't trigger the thing the first time. I'll talk to you later, Varric, I promise. Oh, hey, it's this dick. Buy my shit. Sell all. Yeah! Alright. And then we run down here. And we talk to the smith. As soon as we poke at the golden nug. Synchronized collectibles. Hooray! And now it's gonna take up the entire left side of my screen for a little while. Which is acceptable. Because I pretty much have all of the schematics that you can have. And that's like schematics and all of your decor shit. It's like, it's ridiculous. So we're gonna talk to Harriet.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad.
I don't think I've ever
Armor
chosen
and blades are good against
anything
that.
else
We're not fighting.
for that. No, that's a lie.
My
I
gear
chose
through demons, apostates,
uh
whatever this world throws at you.
basically the next one down. It'll do, I think, for one of my playthroughs, and he was all offended. I don't think I will ever select odd, except as like, what does this do? Because I don't want to insult my smith. That's just wrong.
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothering. Long gone now.
He comes from Hawk's hometown.
Hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when royalty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages.
He's got shit luck.
Just missed a boon. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
One of those.
Whichever you are, I hope the streak is broken.
A man can dream.
A man can dream. Alright.
Who outfits the Inquisition soldiers?
Not me.
Thren! Thren outfits the soldiers.
Who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. She'll set up requisitions.
No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Why do you need my materials?
Do not have supplies to make armor or weapons.
Tough convincing traders to haul up here.
That's the thing.
Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so that's on you.
Fair. What do you make? All the things.
Arms and armor. We work iron to blighted dragonbone if you've got it.
I do not got it.
Simple,
Not yet.
get the job done.
Yay!
Something fancy,
Simple as good.
Bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
Cool. Can you improve my equipment?
Improve my arms and armor.
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field.
That is a fact.
Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Thanks.
If I want something, what can you make?
All the things.
Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there.
I wasn't kidding. Those schematics are still coming in.
Materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Thanks, bro.
Goodbye.
Right.
Cool. So, I'm going to check out what I can do and what I need for it. Because I'm going to need a lot more iron than I have to do literally any of this. Oh, it's not even giving me stats, is it? That's a shame. That's interesting. The Legion of the Dead armor looks a little bit different on a female dwarf. Wow, that looks absurd. I think the problem is that these require enough materials that I can't make most of them yet anyway. Oh my gosh. That looks so silly. I've only seen that on elves. Like, I've only looked at that closely on elves. That looks so silly on the scale of a dwarf. Oh my gosh. That's quite something right there. I wonder... Okay, so some of these I could make if I had leather and or cloth. That's not too bad. Okay. So what I will have to do is I will have to go get some cloth. 72. 123. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop at Defender Mail. Okay. So we'll have to go get some cloth, I guess, because I guess I can technically actually make some stuff, like, right now. Oh, wow, I could also, like, almost... No, I guess that is tripling it, isn't it? I can more than triple her current damage. Or no, 66, so approximately triple. But that's a good one. I think I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be the most boring axe ever because it's gonna be iron in all 4 spots, but like, why would I not? I can literally triple her damage. Oh, no. No, I don't even have enough iron. It's onyx and summerstone. Ooh. Ooh. Let's do that one. And then I should have enough guard damage. I like guard damage bonus. Hell yeah. 4 strength, 4 con. Are those both utility slots? No. Strength, con, strength, con, strength, con. Eh. We'll go con. And then this. 4% attack. Or better guard damage. We'll go for attack. We'll go attack for that. Hell yeah. Crushing Enduring Battle Axe. If it wasn't so hard to type on a PS4 controller, I would be naming all of these things like weird shit. Ooh, reinforced shield. I'm gonna miss my Griffin shield, though. It's so cool. Wait, can I make one? If I get a fuck ton of iron, because I think I'm gonna need a fuck ton of iron, can I make... That's a masterwork, so I would need a lot more metal than I have. 22 total. 7, 11, and 4 there. I could make a proving shield. No, I can't. 6, 8, and 4. I don't think I have 8 of anything right now. Oh no, I have 8 Summerstone. Oh, but I don't have 4 of... Okay. That's fine. Ooh, that's funky. Darkspawn Alpha, 19. I mean, fuck the Darkspawn, but also 19, and it's a Grey Warden shield. It's not the same Grey Warden shield, so it's not the really cool one, but... Is that going to be red no matter what I do, or does that part change? No, it's going to be red. That is so unfortunate. Ditto. It's going to be orange. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, so the Seeker Shield at least looks really cool. So that's a cloth thing? That's bizarre. I'll look at that later. But I can make a Grey Warden shield, maybe, potentially, hopefully. Iron, Summerstone. I like the iron. Stands out. Ah, that might be a problem. Oh, I can get 6% melee defense if I swap that around. We'll go here. And then 3, do I still have? Yeah, I do. Stagger on being hit or max health. We're always going to go stagger with that. Hell yeah! That is not a round shield. Why did that say that? Blocking, stunning, round shield. This is not a round shield, guys. You are incorrect. This is anything but round. However, that also means that we can give Cassandra the reinforced shield. I'm sorry, you're losing your fancy Inquisition shield. And then also the Morning Star. You're losing your Inquisition longsword. I know, it's wrong. I'm sorry. But we gotta make room in the inventory, because I don't have very much inventory right now. Oh, cool. Sweet. So I'm gonna
Serve you well.
apply... Oh my god, the schematics are still going. I'm gonna apply... Yeah. I know. The Defender Coat Arms. Yeah. Piece by piece. Okay. So, what does that mean that I have to continue doing? First of all, I'm going to look in here, because by the time Blackwall's here, I always forget to look in here. There's nothing anyway, so that's fine. Alrighty. Nug! Okay, passing notes. I have to find Tajin's notes and requisition weapons bullshit, which means that I have to find the logging stand, which is almost as far as Tajin's notes. So we will do some of that shit once I do a little more exploring, because I want to get all of the iron. Fortunately, I have an idea of where all of it is. Oh. Except for that one. I didn't know that one was there, but it's way up there, so I'm not going to bother. This is elf root, which we can always use more of. Dwarven drapery. Alrighty. Okay, most of the iron is going to be, like, on random rocks. Like, way the fuck at the edges of the map over here. Which is an interesting choice, because it seems to be kind of a case of, you know, if you run far enough, you get the reward. But it's like you don't get anything from 2/3 of Haven. So interesting. Like I said, interesting choice. Get all the elf root. Give to me. I've just crafted so much shit, and I need to get all of my iron back so that we can actually, one, make Tali some decent armor, and two, get the fucking requisition bullshit over with. Because I also need our iron for the Inquisition weapons requisition. Like I said, I will talk to folk another time. Look, stuff! Give me the stuff. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Hooray! The Paragon Estet the Grey carving. What did I walk by? Oh, Alfred. Of course. Elfroot. Elfroot again. Yes, I know. There's iron. And more. Yay! I have all of the iron I need for the requisitions. I have to go find Master Tajin's notes here. Ah! Get off the table, Tali. Okay. I missed a thing of iron. Give me the iron. Give. Rib splitter. Wow. I forget what that one is. Just glance vaguely towards where my My fucking schematics are still scrolling. I wasn't kidding. This is just gonna take up the left side of my screen forever at this point. Over the heads-up display. That's it. That's the stream, guys. I hope you enjoy all of my schematics and shit. Dread. I love that one. We're on to helmets. Maces. One-handed weapon accessories. More seeds. No, this is not going in any sensible order. Never mind. Alright, I'm not going up any further over here. That's not going to happen. Thank you, jeez. Can't run in the snow, apparently. Alright. Elf root. ×2. More elf root. I just want iron. And a logging stand. Now I'm too close again, hang on. Check out my map. Yeah, okay, that's what happened, because I went in a giant circle. I have to go off that way to find the logging stand. Okay. Excuse me. You know, if I'm smart, I'm gonna go, like, refill my coffee at some point. I thought, for some reason I had it in my head that the logging stand was closer than the cabin. But that is not true. The cabin is right in front of the logging stand. I think it might be because I usually, like, come up at the cabin from the back. Because I usually come at this mission right out of the frozen river there. Many much elf fruit. I still need so much iron. I just want to make some armor, guys. Druffalo! Don't piss off a Druffalo. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Can I, like... No. No, they are too fast. I need a ranged character in order to actually get any ram leather. It's fine. So we're gonna zip back to Haven. We will talk to Thren. We will talk to Adon. And then I will probably go get more coffee. Because my throat is really dry suddenly. And it's not late enough in the day for tea yet for me. That's a lie. I will totally drink tea at noon, but I want coffee. Partly so I don't have to keep doing that. Thran is up there. Adon is over there. We will talk to Adon first, because I like him more.
Have you heard about the refugees out in the hinterlands, near Redcliffe?
Hey, Adon. I found your notes.
And in one piece.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some
That's what happens when you work on something for too long. You lose the ability to see what you're working on.
Farewell.
9 Inquisitors, yes, and that's just, like... I've played one of them twice, as a matter of fact. The first Inquisitor that I streamed was me replaying my first Inquisitor, my Artificer, Ilari, which was where my username came from. Alright, so we're gonna talk to Thren. We're gonna turn in all of this nonsense. Oh, wait, I don't have to talk to Thren. I can just go to the table. No. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Table.
Go with you.
Table. Thank you. God. The only requisition I will do. Because fuck requisitions. Okay. I apparently leveled sometime when I wasn't paying attention. I'll go... Ooh, Legend Slash, hell yeah. Cool, alright, so, for right this second, I am going to save really quick. I am going to drop a BRB in chat, and I'm going to go get more coffee. So, let me see if I can sit up without... Nope, okay. Cannot sit up without throwing my controller. Not with my headphones still on. So, BRB, I will be back in like maybe 3 minutes so that I can get myself some more coffee, just because I have run out, throat is dry. I will be back really quick. I hate to do that right after somebody walked in, or not walked in, but visited my chat. But 2 minutes, coffee break, BRB.